Hello there and welcome to another edition of Channels Beam. I am Victor Matthias. Now, talks have begun to settle the rift between the leadership of the All Progressives Congress and the leadership of the National Assembly. While many have blamed egos for the rift, some have labeled it a necessary occurrence in a normal political system. Our focus on the program today is to find out who is supreme, the party or the candidates. But in the meantime, let us take a look at trending topics in the social cyberspace. Nigerians supported the prayer session organized by the Redeemed Christian Church of God for divine security for Nigerian security officials who daily risk life and limb to ensure the safety of the country. Lionel Messi failed to lead his country to a major trophy for the second time in less than a year after Argentina lost to hosts Chile in the final of the Copa America. That raised a debate over his status compared to football greats like Pelé and Maradona. Well, Leo, you just have to try harder. Now, let's join our contributors on the Google Plus Hangout, but you too can be part of the program by tweeting using the hashtag party or candidate.
First of all, politics, as you know, if you go back in time, as Plato puts it, man by nature is a political animal and politics is all about interest. So the question is, whose interest? Is it the interest of the electorate, the interest of the politician, or the interest of the party? And in the case of what happened recently in this 8th National Assembly, where you talk about the party, there's the issue about party discipline. This is not alien to Nigerian alone. If you look in the issue of America during when Obama was trying to push for this health reform and migration reforms, there were some Democrats who opposed this. So party discipline is not a new instance. As we all know, politicians tend to push for what is in their own best interest. And legally speaking, what happened in the national in the red chambers that day in Nigeria was legal and binding, because we elected these people under a platform of a party, but they are answerable to the electorate, not the party. This is my own candid opinion, though it is important to adhere to party discipline if these policies that the party put forward favors the electorate and not just the party. So again, it is a bit contradictory.
There's a thin line to be drawn here. More than what we choose to accept, Nigerians voted for the party and not the candidates. These candidates were a product of party supremacy itself, because for some elections, primary elections were conducted democratically. For some, there was a consensus opinion. For some, there were varying things that made different people emerge on the platform of the APC. So, and at the polls, the people actually voted the party, even though they may have voted because of a particular candidate. But we know for certain that if they did not subject themselves to the party principles, they would never have found themselves at the floor of the National Assembly in the first place. So for me, I think that there's a thin line. Although we might be pushing for democracy, but these people need to be subjected to. There's no independent candidacy in the National Assembly. So if you're there, you are there on the platform of APC or the PDP or the Labour Party or Accord Party or any of the other political parties that are there. You're not there on your own volition alone. You're there to represent your constituency members, but also on the platform of this particular party.
If you look at the whole thing, it goes in line with it was a democratic process. And coming to the National Assembly have the right to elect their own leaders and not what the party wants. Fine, the party can make some suggestions. They can make their own suggestions and say, no, this is who we want. This is who we want. But, you can only make suggestions in your own party. You make your own suggestion based on you are an APC member, and you call the members of your party and say, no, look, this is the person we want. And the people will go also and sit down, and other party members in the house and say, no, look, this is who we think that can also represent us. Because if you go in the National Assembly now, it's no longer between a PDP or APC affair. It becomes a Nigerian affair. And whoever becomes the president, Senate president, or the speaker becomes the speaker and the Senate president of the whole country, and not just for his own party member. And I think what happened was democratic. Bukola Saraki came out for himself. He presented himself, and they voted for him. Dogara, and okay, if you say that Bukola Saraki was a bit disobedient, what of that of Dogara and his counterpart from Lagos State? It was a clean contest. It was a clear contest. So and Dogara won. Unfortunately, the APC, their own choice wasn't nominated, but they just have to accept the defeat. You know, it's just a party issue. Personal interest is there. It's so clear from both angles. It could be a personal interest from probably the leaders of the party who felt, no, this person can represent us. But I think what I saw in the National Assembly was purely democratic.
I would really like for you to understand that even though we want to be patriotic and we want democracy, if we have a situation where people flounder laws to suit their personal purpose, going against the tradition of a political party, it may be good for us at the moment, but the truth is it's going to result in chaos if everybody just decides to take his own decisions, irrespective of whatever the group is swore his allegiance and he ran on their mandate to do. As is a dangerous trend. We cannot continue to encourage something like that. Once and for all, we must ensure that there's discipline within the political parties in Nigeria, because we see that is what has caused a lot of problem for APC and for the PDP that made them lose the election, and this is now what is causing the same problem for the APC right now. We must insist, even as Nigerians, we must insist on discipline within the party. If you are not going to, if you do not believe in the party's leadership, if you don't believe in their mandate, if you don't believe in what they stand for, you have no business running on their platform.
All right, then just hold your thoughts for a moment. We're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we will continue from where we stopped. Please join us again.